there is a giant fuel storage facility underground that of 20 tanks that can each hold 12.5 million gallons. So overall, the whole thing can hold 250 million gallons. They've been holding about 180 million gallons. They're not using all of the tanks. Key fact is that that's only 100 feet above our aquifer, which provides water to urban Honolulu, which is like the most densely populated part of Hawaii. So that's about 400,000 people get their water from that source. And so these tanks were built 80 years ago. And because of that, they were built like in the 1940s, and they were top secret. They weren't declassified until 1995, I believe. So nobody even knew it was under there. And because it was built so long ago, there were no regulations in terms of like what needs to like go, the standards and stuff for the tanks themselves. So, the tanks at like a gas station have more requirements and more monitoring in place than these gigantic tanks that hold like this incredible volume of fuel. So like at a local gas station, like you have to at least like double line the tanks. The ones at Red Hill are not even double lined. And because they're so old, they're corroding. They had to do a corrosion test finally after there's all this extra scrutiny, and the corrosion is worse than they thought. And so it's inevitable that this was inevitable. And I guess like, just one thing to say is that this is like a long time ago, decades ago. They took core samples of the rock underneath all of those tanks, and 19 of the 20 of them had petroleum in them. So they've known that this has already happened, and that it's inevitable that it would happen again in the future. I think they said it was a 96% chance that 30,000 gallons of fuel would be leaked in the next 10 years. And then, shortly after they came out with that figure, like, it's happening now.